Konbanwa! Welcome back to my viewers! How are you guys doing out there with the Japanese lessons? I know it can be tough at first, but that's why I've created these videos to hopefully guide you all in the right direction and to make it as painless as possible. Remember that persistence is the key here. Now today, we're going to be covering grammar. I know it's a dreaded G word, but it must be covered. It's essential if you want to be able to speak Japanese fluently without sounding like a crazy person. So, get ready and let's begin with today's lesson. Now, we begin by asking ourselves, what is a sentence? A sentence is an organized series of words which enables us to make a statement, ask a question, express a thought, offer an opinion, and so forth. In writing, an English sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. In writing, when using Romaji, a Japanese sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period, never a question mark or an exclamation mark. Let's look at the following examples. If you want to say the statement, Yoko is Japanese, you'll say, Yoko-san wa Nihonjin desu. Now, if you want to ask the question, is Yoko Japanese? You'll say, Yoko-san wa Nihonjin desu ka? If you want to say the exclamation, Yoko, be careful, you'll say, Yoko-san ki o tsukete kudasai. Now, the English sentence is a subject-verb-object language. So are French, German, Spanish, and Italian. This means that in a typical sentence, a statement, not a question, the subject comes first, the verb next, and the object last. This kind of word order sequence for the sentence is sometimes referred to by the initials SVO and SVO language. Now we begin with the basics. In the following examples, we have three sentences. They begin as subject-verb-object sentences. For example, in the sentence, John eats fruit every day, our subject is John, our verb is eats, our object is fruit. In our second sentence, I saw a movie last night, our subject is I, the verb is saw, and our object is a movie. In our last sentence, the car has a flat tire, the subject is the car, the verb is has, and the object is a flat tire. Understanding this principle of the word order is important because, as we shall see in the next slide, the word order in Japanese is different. English sentences have two basic parts, a subject and a predicate. The subject is who or what the sentence is about. A subject must contain a noun or a pronoun. In a statement, the subject is usually the first element in the sentence. In the following examples, John speaks English. Our subject is the person who speaks English. In Yoko is Japanese, our subject is about a person who is Japanese. Now, the predicate is that part of the sentence that expresses what is said about the subject. It usually can be found directly after the subject, it must include a verb, and it includes everything remaining in the sentence that is not part of the subject. Let's look at the following examples. John speaks English. In this sentence, our subject is John, and the predicate is speaks English. In Yoko is Japanese, our subject is Yoko, and our predicate is Japanese. The professor teaches history at the university. Our subject is the professor, and our predicate is teaches history at the university. Now let's move on to the Japanese sentence. Japanese is a subject-object-verb language. So are Korean, Mongolian, and Turkish. Thus, in a typical sentence, the subject comes first, the object next, and the verb last. This kind of word order sequence for the sentence is sometimes referred to by the initials SOV, once again in SOV language. In the following examples, we have subject-object-verb sentences. We begin with お母さんがパンを買いました. Mother, bread, bought. In this sentence, our subject is mother, お母さん. Our object is bread, パン. And our verb is 買いました, which is bought. In our second sentence, ジョンさんがそれをしました. John, it, did. Our subject is John. ジョンさん. Our object is it, それ. And our verb is did. しました. In our last example, we have お父さんが映画を見ました. Father, movie, saw. Our subject is father, お父さん. Our object is movie, 映画. And our verb is saw, 見ました. Now, the significant difference from English here is that the verb must come at the end of the sentence. What about questions? The word order remains the same, but remember, Japanese does not use question marks. A sentence becomes a question simply by adding the particle ka at the end. You can think of ka as a question mark. In the following examples, once again we have subject-object-verb sentences. We begin with お母さんがパンを買いましたか? Did mother buy bread? Now, this sentence is almost the same as the ones that we were reviewing before, but if you notice, the only difference is that there's a ka at the end. All you have to do to make this sentence a question is add the ka in the end. Now we move on to ジョンさんがそれをしましたか? Did John do it? Once again, that ka is at the end, and it makes it a question. In our last example, お父さんが映画を見ましたか? Did father see a movie?